A new audio tape just released, President Obama back in 1998 talking about wealth redistribution. Please listen.
I think the trick is figuring out how do we structure government systems that pool resources and hence facilitate some redistribution, because I actually believe in redistribution.
Okay, that was 14 years ago. I actually believe in redistribution. All rise. I'm sure the judge has something to say about that. His name is Andrew Napolitano, and he is here. Okay, the president, then state senator Barack Obama, said it 14 years ago. In my opinion, he implemented it 4 years ago. And in my opinion, he has indeed transformed Americans' financial culture. You agree, or am I just not being strong enough?
No, I don't think anybody can disagree with you. I don't think anybody should be surprised that the president said it. He's probably not happy today that he said it then, and he's probably not thrilled that the tape surfaced, because it will divert attention from Mitt Romney's comments a few months ago, about which we could speak later. But it should be no surprise that the president believes this. In a certain extent, redistribution is the public policy of the federal government of the United States, and has been from the progressive era into the FDR years, into the LBJ years, and we just accept those laws now as part of redistribution.
Judge, I've got to jump in, because I would go further. I would maintain that to some degree, redistribution, neo-socialism, is popular.
It is popular. It's certainly popular with the 47% of whom Mitt Romney spoke, some of whom received back money that they contributed in the form of payroll deductions for Social Security and Medicare, most of whom are just being paid, are just receiving benefits from the federal government.
Whether and paying payroll taxes on that money.
Correct. So, look, this is a scam. Here's the scam. When FDR sold the country on Social Security, he said, we will, quote, hold your money for you. His word. We will hold it for you, and when you retire, we will give you back your nest egg. He was lying. We know he was lying because at the same time he said, we will hold your money for you, he dispatched Justice Department lawyers to the Supreme Court to argue against challenges on the constitutionality of Social Security. And in those arguments, the lawyers said, it's not the money of the taxpayer. It's the federal government's money. And the federal government is free to spend it however they want. And the Supreme Court ruled
But I can't go all the way back to the 1930s and re-argue the constitutionality.
I'm not asking you to. I'm suggesting to you that it has been the public policy of the federal government of the United States to engage in deception in order to create dependency on certain on the Democratic Party so that they can win votes.
Regardless of that, it is popular.
Yes, it's popular.
Because we've passed the tipping point of who pays tax and who doesn't, and who gets what from who, it is a popular mechanism.
Gentlemen, social insurance is right, reasonable, important, necessary, and judge constitutional.
Yes, but Hamilton and Jefferson rarely agreed on anything, but they did agree on this. When the public treasury becomes a public trough, then people will only send to Washington those whom they think will bring back the bigger piece of the pie.
It's gone way beyond that. We are borrowing $1 trillion a year. We've gone way beyond just feeding at the public trough. We're feeding at a massive trough, which we're inventing by borrowing.
President Obama to get together and agree on Bowles Simpson. If something you and I mostly agree on.
That would be politically unpopular.
It would be right.
If President Obama is reelected and he adds another $4 trillion in debt, and 4 years from now we have $20 trillion in debt, that's $1 trillion in interest payments. Add to that the $2 trillion in entitlement payments, that's $3 trillion. The government only collects $2.5 trillion in taxes. So before it even funds the government, it will run out of money.
But don't forget, President Obama told Letterman last night that the debt is, we don't have to worry about it in the short term.
We have to worry about it today.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
So you'll combine spending cuts and revenue increases to try to deal with this?
I'm not in favor of revenue increases. I'm in favor of shrinking the government down to the Constitution. That's not going to happen overnight.
Stuart and Judge, we're not going to have a government that meets our needs.
I think we have a standoff here, and we're out of time. But look at that.